Hey everyone. Whew, I was doing so much today. Um Hi everyone. My name is Virgo and welcome to Virgo News. And today is an important whew, let me catch my breath. I was doing so much. I was cleaning around the house. I was doing so much. I'm so sorry. Whew, whew. Hi. Today is a special day and this based off of this topic, based off of this month, which is February and it's Black History Month. So, if you guys seen this, happy Black History Month. So, let's get into it. Today's topic is about the comic book, or should I say MCU of Marvel's racism areas and stuff like that. Oh, it is getting bad. I'm telling you now. It's to the comics, to the MCU, and also to rivals as well too. So check these videos out and tell me what do you guys think?
I hate Marvel comic readers. Marvel comic readers are so insufferable. This is the reason why I hate Marvel comic readers. I got all those comments about a video condemning racism in the MCU fandom. It has gotten so bad here. It has gotten so bad here. I think a lot of you guys refuse to admit, or maybe you forgot, that if it weren't for Marvel comic readers, you would not have the MCU. What is with people in fandom spaces shaming the people that were here first? Like we know the source material, besties. You are not better than us because you don't read comics. Same reason why we are not better than you for reading comics, but we were still here first. It's the same thing with me critiquing the Last of Us show. I get shit on for critiquing it when I've played the source material, and the majority of people who watch the show haven't, and they call me a shitty person for critiquing bad writing. Like, hun, I'm not insufferable. You know what is insufferable? Hopping on Twitter every time Marvel announces that they're making a TV show with a person of color as their lead, and you boohoo crying, getting upset, and tossing the hard R out in your tweets. That is insufferable. All that hate sounds insufferable. How do you live with all that hate in your fucking heart? It is 2025, not 1918. I got people in my comments saying, why are you talking about racism when you're white? Because I don't like racism. I don't have to be a person of color to not like racism. What? The first instance of racism in Marvel that I ever saw, and this is when I was young. I mean, I'm still young. I'm only 20, so. It was when Into the Spider-Verse got announced and the trailer came out. And, you know, in the trailer when Miles takes off his mask and reveals that he's black, and all the non-comic readers immediately ran to Twitter or God knows where, being like, oh my god, Spider-Man is black, ignoring the fact that Miles Morales is his own fucking character, and also ignoring the fact that Stan Lee said that anybody can wear the mask. How are you guys calling yourself Marvel fans when you are actively having the prejudice, the discrimination, and the opinions that actively go against what Marvel is for? Like, honey, maybe Marvel just isn't for you if you hate black people that much. I don't know why this is a hot take. I don't like racism. I don't know, wow, is saying that in 2025 such a hot take? Is that what makes me insufferable as a comic reader? I think that says a lot more about you than me. Hold on, I got a Ku Klux Klan member in my comments. Let me block that Ku Klux Klan member. You guys dick ride Stan Lee and then you turn out to be disgustingly, abhorrently racist. Stan Lee would not fuck with you, my guy. Stan Lee would not fuck with you! Rolling in his grave. Rolling in his grave. Rolling in his grave. You best believe if Stan Lee was still alive and he saw all this backlash on Ironheart, on Sam Wilson, on Black Panther, he would not fucking take that shit. Calling me insufferable for not liking racism is crazy in the big 2025. But you keep being insufferable though.
6 disco skins, and not a single one of them is for a black character. Storm and Black Panther are literally on a Disco Dazzler variant cover in this but they don't got a skin in the game. Like, we literally giving people. Hella has never been associated with disco. Why does Hella have a disco skin? And you racists out here talking about, bro, Blade got a disco skin. No, this is just his classic look. Seeing an afro does not mean disco, stupid. Oh yeah, and the Blade skin I mentioned earlier that's classic didn't even come with an MVP when it's basically a whole new skin, which justifies it having an MVP. It's always stupid when they drop a skin that look totally different from the base skin, but you don't give it an MVP. That makes no sense. Every season that come out, they keep dropping skins for the same 1, 2, 3. It's like 4 characters in this game. Every season, you're going to have a new skin about when it's out here. Characters that's literally drowning or in a desert, in a drought of no skins, of getting no real attention. And you can make the argument, bro, they're the most popular character. So at a point, it's just overly, you're overly giving to one group and not feeding nobody else. And a lot of y'all didn't peep because y'all don't care, but Black Panther and Storm really got hold on their skin because their couple skin isn't legendary like Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic's. And Mr. Fantastic looked ugly in his goddamn wedding suit. That's still legendary. Like, bro, they rivals be holding the black characters. Stop playing. How do you even think of the concept of a disco theme and not include at least one of your black characters with getting something disco related? I don't know, Guang Guang Ziyang, all y'all over there really racist, bro. Like this don't make no sense. Give me a justifiable reason why none of these people with disco skins are black.
The way the MCU's been treating its black characters is fucking ridiculous. From making Rhodey a Skrull and completely sidelining him, to taking Sam Wilson and just setting him up for failure completely, into doing absolutely no marketing for shows like Ironheart and the upcoming Wonder Man. And now reportedly, after pushing Blade down the line over and over and over again, they're just not doing it and doing a Midnight Suns movie instead. Now instead of being the main character of his own movie, he's just going to be one of an ensemble cast of a bunch of characters. Don't get me wrong, I love the Midnight Suns, especially the game, and I absolutely do think it could work. I think Blade plays a great part in the Midnight Suns, but I honestly think it would be a much better introduction to just give us a Blade movie. Just give us a movie with Blade being cool, and then when you do the Midnight Suns, we'll care about Blade. Because if you do Midnight Suns, people are just going to be watching, waiting for Blade the entire time, and if there's not enough Blade, they're just going to say the movie's bad, you're going to say the movie flopped, and then you're not going to give more marketing to the next fucking movie. The same shit that's been happening to every single other black character in the fucking Marvel Universe. And it sucks because they're all interesting. Blade is phenomenal. I love Sam Wilson. Fucking Rhodey is great. How do you not like Rhodey? Riri Williams is great. I love Ironheart. The trailers for Wonder Man, the few that there are, look amazing. They make the show look really, really good, even though they're not doing any fucking marketing for it. It's just such a shame to have such good black characters and to be throwing them under the bus constantly. I really hope that Wonder Man is good and does well, and I really hope that Doomsday really features a lot of their black characters. Like, the trailer with M'Baku and Shuri was really good. I loved seeing Shuri in the Black Panther suit, and having M'Baku be king is great. And I'm really interested to see what they end up doing with Steve. I really, really, really hope they don't end up just sidelining Sam because of that. I really would like to see some dynamic where Steve doesn't be Captain America, and Sam gets to continue to be Cap, while Steve does something like the Nomad, or he's just Steve Rogers or something. But that's about it. Watch Wonder Man when it comes out. I'll see you.
Marvel doesn't know how to treat their black characters. I think with everything that's happened up until now, with Armor Wars being canceled, with all the hate Ironheart's gotten, and with the blame that Sam Wilson got for how badly Captain America did, I already knew that they didn't care for their black characters. But when it got to the point of when Superman came out and I saw how loved Mr. Terrific was, despite the fact that it wasn't even his movie, that truly showed me Marvel just doesn't give a fuck. The bar is an absolute hell. And it's to a point where you can only blame the fans so much, because I haven't seen a single shred of hate for Mr. Terrific. Not one bit. And yes, it might be too soon to say it, but as things stand and for what I'm seeing, there is a cult following for people who want Mr. Terrific to have his own movie or TV show. I haven't seen that happen in Marvel yet. I don't know what it is, but ironically enough, James Gunn knows what he's doing more than anyone at Marvel. Obviously, this is with the exception of Ryan Coogler, but he's not specifically tied to Marvel. Every time he does do something with Marvel, obviously it does great. Black Panther did great. Black Panther 2 did great, but they don't give him enough creative freedom. And I think if they did, those other projects wouldn't have flopped. They damn sure wouldn't have been canceled. And don't even get me started on if James Gunn and Ryan Coogler were ever to work together or even have a conversation. Marvel has an agenda. They wanted a reason to not focus on these characters anymore. That's just plain what it is. Because obviously, they didn't set these people up correctly. They didn't give them any time to grow and be successful somewhere first and then have their own success. They just push them there. No help, no training wheels, no build up, no nothing. Eyes of Wakanda is about to drop, and we haven't had no trailers all year. They just did this shit to Ironheart. On DC side, do you see the love that Terrific is getting? Hell, I didn't even talk about Lantern John Stewart. The love that's getting. DC's about to be on top.
Marvel Rivals can't add any of these black characters because they're not popular enough. But that's some bullshit. Because first of all, a lot of the characters behind me are that popular. But like this tweet says, when was popularity ever the point? Because we comic fans might know Adam Warlock and Magic, and some of us might remember Angela from the 90s. But to call any of these characters household names before Rivals is a bit of a stretch. With the exception of Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Penny Parker from Into the Spider-Verse, half of those characters didn't really have any mainstream exposure before Rivals. Which is even dumber because Miles is the protagonist of the movie that Penny is in. But War Machine and Misty Knight have both appeared in MCU projects. So they were arguably more popular and well known to the mainstream than a character like Squirrel Girl. Imagine what an appearance in this game could do for Dr. Voodoo or Bishop. I hope this dumbass lazy argument can come to an end because we definitely need more black characters in Rivals, and hopefully some that are released without bugs and are allowed to be good later on in the lifespan of the game.
So seeing all of this, it is insane how there's a difference between DC and Marvel. And hold on. Whew. DC shows a lot of love to the LGBTQ, to Black Lives Matter, to immigrants, and along with more. A lot of social status and a lot of things that goes on with the government and ICE, and along with so much more throughout the whole entire line. But, however, they show a lot of love to the black community. And they show it throughout all different types of comics, animated series, and live action. But, however, Marvel shows a very limited amount of certain things. Of course, they do also support the LGBTQ. They also support immigrants along with more. But they're just not very friendly towards the black community. Yes, as you can see, the comics along with the MCU and more does not show love to the black community. And the thing is for that is they listen too much to the people. And there's a lot of people that are part of the racist area of the MCU that just don't appreciate these shows, movies, comics, along with more. And it gets worse every day, as you can see. It does. Because, let me show you this picture right here. Bam. What is this? What is this? What is this? Seriously, what is this? Why? Why? My friend Renji, please subscribe to his channel because he is the god of nerdism. He puts me down on a lot of things. Like, he just lets me know. And, he corrects me. Yes, I admit, he corrects me. And I appreciate that because sometimes I don't know certain things or certain areas. So I assume that it's real or not. But, however, he gives me great information along with my homeboy Steve. Shout out to those two. Thank you. I love you guys. But yeah, he put me down on this comic issue, like this panel of that name and that character. What are we doing, guys? And I see also I have receipts and pictures as well too from the comment section of that previous video. A lot of people say it's not Marvel, it is Disney. And we all know Disney has a history of racism. And not only that, they want to support the man with the mustache, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Disney has some sort of way of no longer supporting the black community. Once I think it's DEI thing, once DEI got removed and abolished, I somewhat heard that it got abolished, they just opened the gates of racism, okay? They opened up the gates of racism. And not only that, it's not only just the MCU, but Disney itself. Because look at the shows, look at the movies, look at Princess and the Frog, okay? For example, once Princess and the Frog first came out, a lot of people hated Princess and the Frog. Because you want to know why? There's a black princess. Hello! They didn't like the fact that there was a black princess. They didn't like that in the Little Mermaid movie, the live action one, that it was a black mermaid. Yeah, Disney listens to the people that they talk about, oh yeah, we don't want our kids to see a black person being a hero. We don't want to see a black person being a princess or a queen. We don't like that. We don't indulge in that. We don't. It should be a white princess. Okay? I mean, there was people that hated Mulan. Okay? If you didn't know, Mulan was an old movie, and people didn't like Mulan because it was a Chinese princess. And not only that, she's doing a man's work. That's another thing. Doing a man's work. And the thing is, I talked to my brother last night about this. We had a good conversation about it. That, he was like, oh, have you seen Wonder Man? I said, no. But I know it has a lot of hate to it. It really do. Has a lot of hate to it, because I've been seeing a lot of hate comments on Twitter and also on here as well too. And I told him, I'm like, the reason why there's a lot of hate comments, there's it's basically how Sam says the big three. The big three. So the big three is either the character is black. That's one. Let's see. Oh, 2, if they're talking about black history, that is 2. And 3, if it's a woman, if it's a woman. Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, that's the big 3. They always have so much to say about it and so much hate to say about it towards Marvel. Look at Ironheart. You saw the high volume of hate of Ironheart because they made a big deal. Okay, oh, it's a black Iron Man. It's a black female Iron Man. It should be Morgan that should have been the Iron Man, the new Iron Woman and stuff like that. Should take Tony's role. I don't think in the comics they ever mention about Morgan. I don't think they ever mention about her. Even in the animated series, I never heard of Morgan. She is new. She gots to be new. I'm just saying, she got to be new. And they didn't like the fact that Riri Williams was, being an apprentice of Tony Stark. She's being the female Iron Man. That should not be happening. It's bad enough Sam Wilson got hate for being the new Captain America. It's come on, man. And my brother was also saying it too, the reason why all these shows and movies are getting hate because of the big 3 is because they're black and they're not Caucasian. They're not from the mountains of Caucasus, okay? They're not from there. And I've noticed that I looked over, like, some DC comics and the DC universe itself, that they show a lot of love towards the black community. Meanwhile, they're blaming Disney. Disney plays a role in it, yes. But when it comes to comic books and the animated series, it's Marvel. It's Marvel. It's Marvel. And you see how bad they cuck us with the Blade movie, the Blade game. Like, you see how they cuck us so hard about it, about the whole entire shebang. And then they also cuck us with the freaking Captain America and Black Panther game. Like, come on, bro. And when both the Black Panther movies came out, there was a lot of hate. Okay, you guys already know there was certified hate 7 days a week. Okay, a lot of them that hated it was the white people. They hated that it was about slavery and about Black African history. What? Like, come on. And then they hate that too was about the Hispanic history. Like, the history of the Hispanics. They didn't like that neither. They didn't like it. They didn't like, oh my God, bro. Like, movies like that, they hate that we talk about history. Like, the times, the Aztecs, where the Europeans took over and had that, you get what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to social studies, it's just automatically hate. When you're talking about, like, freaking, like, history itself, like how hip-hop was coming out, and how, like, everything towards Black history, bro, they get mad. They get mad, bro. Like, bro, I remember a freaking Luke Cage, the show. It had hate. I remember hearing that. My friend Tony, yeah, he told me. He said Luke Cage had hate because he was talking about the hood and stuff like that, and that's where Luke Cage is from. And bro, I know he's from Harlem. I'm from New York, bro. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I know those parts. And not all of the places within Harlem is the hood. I'm just letting you know. I've been to Harlem, and not all of it is hood material. Not all of it. There are certain places that don't have hood material in it, unless you go to them areas. That's the rough areas. But if you go to, like, the clean area, yeah, that's different. But I noticed that, like, it's crazy how they just... It's because it's like Marvel's like, yeah, every Black character comes from the hood. Every Black Then where did Miles Morales come from? Where's he from? Riddle me that. He wasn't in the hood. Just say that. He wasn't in the hood. He was not from the hood. Just saying. He was not from the projects. Like, dude, come on. Not every Black character comes from the hood. Like, bro, I just hate that so much. It's like so much hate. And the names, like, the names are, like, some of the names, okay, the names are good. Yes, Sam Wilson, Miles Morales, Luke Cage. All right, all those are cool. But if you come out and come on my face about all these ghetto-ass names you give, especially this one, if you come at me with that, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this triggers me so much. Like, Marvel has so much potential. Especially, bro, Rivals, don't get me started on Rivals when they mention that they don't have no skins. No skins for the Black characters. And not only that, they don't want to add... You ever notice, bro, that in Marvel Rivals, every time we get a new character, do you see any more Black characters? Do you see any more Black characters? Cloak and Dagger, Storm, Black Panther. Who else? Who else, bro? Who else, bro? Who else? Who else? Like, please look at the roster, the Marvel Rivals roster. Do you see any more black characters? Please tell me. Please tell me. Riddle me that. Do you see any? And that's crazy that they don't have no more, bro. You could have put so many other black characters, bro. Like, I don't like the fact that they gave Peter Parker the Spider-Punk skin. Why wouldn't you, bro? Just add Hobie, bro. Why would you do? This triggers me so much. Like, dude, I see on Twitter that they actually have character, like, people actually making like the concept art of the black characters. I've seen one for Luke Cage. I've seen one for Miles Morales. I've seen one for Hobie. I've seen one for like so many other characters. But yet you don't want to give the skins, like the freaking disco skins, bro. All the disco skins I've seen, like all the, like, not the skins, I meant to say like the comics. I've seen the comics. I've seen Storm. I've seen T'Challa. I've seen Cloak and Dagger. I've seen so many other characters wearing disco wear, and you wouldn't give them that? You wouldn't give them that? Bro, y'all need to start, like, for y'all to say y'all are international, like, oh yeah, we like every race and ethnicity, yeah. Start liking the races and ethnicities and stop listening to the racist fans, bro. Stop listening to them. Put them on. And they're like, oh yeah, the reason why we can't put them on because they're not popular. So they're not popular? You telling me they're not popular? Bro, how does DC, the fans of DC, love Mr. Terrific, bro? They love the freaking, they love the freaking Black Green Lantern. They love Duke Thomas. Come on now. Like, there's so many more other black characters in the DC universe. Like, now they're starting to love freaking Wonder Woman's sister. Yeah, her sister's black. Yeah, Did we forget about that? Bro, like, oh my god, bro, like, can we stop? Like, Marvel, you guys need to get y'all shit together, bro. Like, you guys could put up so much LGBTQ, right? About, like, you know, Wiccan and his boyfriend, and, like, bro, like, y'all could do all that. All that. Y'all could ruin Peter Parker's life, right? But not support black characters and make a good story concept for them. You could ruin Peter Parker's life, right? You could do that. You could mess up Scott Summers' life, right? But not do that. What the fuck is going on? You could ruin the Avengers, right? You could make a comic of how many women Tony Stark sleeps with, right? You could put up so many guys that Natasha Romanoff could sleep with, or continue the whole entire series of Natasha being with Bucky. Y'all could do all that, but y'all can't, like, do something make something, I don't know, productive with yourselves towards the black characters in the black community. Y'all can't do that. Right. Okay. So that's important. Right. Got it. Okay. We got it. We got it, folks. We got it, folks. Marvel and Disney, they do not give two shits about the black community. Got it. Because apparently we're pointing fingers at each other, you know, because Disney's saying, oh, it's Marvel's fault that they're racist because they got racist, you know, authors and illustrators and comic book writers and stuff like that and so on and so forth. And then Marvel's like, oh, well, Disney is racist because, you know, they hate the black community, they support the mustache man, and they don't like the LGBTQ community no more, they don't like that, blah, blah, blah. And they're just going back and forth, and lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. This is insane, okay? I'm gonna put the link down below of the short that my boy Renji sent me, and I want you guys to see this. And again, I want to know y'all personal opinions about this whole entire thing, because this is getting crazier and crazier and crazier. And it's just like they're ruining the mojo. The fans, it's the MCU fans. They are getting out of control with the whole entire, you know, we hate black people, blah, 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 shebang, okay? So I want to know y'all personal opinion about this whole entire thing. Please let me know, like, because I am dying to talk about this. I'm dying to know about this. Like, this been going on, and I've noticed this a lot lately. And this is just crazy. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. Stay safe and happy Black History Month. I love you guys. Peace out. God bless y'all.